The Multimedia University of Kenya is located 17 kilometers southwest of Nairobi along the Magadi Road. The university has distinguished itself in academics and research, being a leader in innovative technology. Within the campus is the Multimedia University ICT Museum, which started in October 2009 under the management of the Kenya College of Communication Technology. The ICT Museum brings an evolution in the field of information communication technology and history into its proper perspective by the collection and preservation of personal stories and artifacts. Currently, the section is managed by Mr. Samuel Odoyo as the head curator with the support of 3 technical staff.
Everything we had from here, dating back to those years of before World War I, all through to 1935, 1950s, 1960s, then after independence, around 1970s, we have them here. 1985, the change between the transition between the analog and digital. And then by the time we're coming back to 1990s in the middle, we now started having wireless. Everything was going on a drain. So we thought we could preserve that knowledge to show the background on where it would be. The museum would then become a heritage, and it became a pillar, a name, something to be proud of for the university.
In the postal and courier services, the museum displays the communication journey from the use of horns, drums, and letters.
In this museum, we take care of the artifacts. We also use this platform to showcase the artifacts to researchers both from within and from outside.
The ICT Museum Gallery displays telecommunication technologies from the Morse code, magnetophones, auto-rotary dial phones, the push phone, cordless phones, and the transformation of mobile phones.
And then we go to I, then R, short, long, short, then E, short. We have just sent the fire to a distant place. This was the fastest and the most efficient way of sending information. Why? Because cables had been laid between towns. Before that, you had to send somebody riding a horse to that distant town, and obviously it will take weeks or months.
Learning through the practical and touching those equipment, normally you retain a lot of knowledge rather than learn just from the paper. So this one will give you that advantage that if I learn by touching an equipment and even experimenting it, it will give a lot of advantage, meaning tertiary training. It's now was going to be continued in this particular museum.
The museum hall displays a range of information communication technology artifacts with a focus on future innovation.
This is a mainframe computer, a second generation mainframe computer, because the first generation mainframe computers had vacuum tubes, but this particular one has discrete components behind it, as you can see.
The facility services are available for educational tours for students, staff, researchers, and visitors from other institutions from within and outside the country.
The ICT also came into picture in terms of how do we capture the history of film. Then how has film revolutionized in terms of being recorded, being screened, or being exhibited. So there's that influence. At the same time, students, film students, get some time, free time. They just walk into the museum without being students of this institution. they go through the process of being told what it is. Actually, I remember there was a group of students I took there to see how communication, the revolutionaries, which are revolutions which have taken place in the communication sector for years. And in this case, they learned quite a lot from there, and quite a number of them were excited to be part of that trip which went into that museum.
From the ICT Museum, I've learned quite a lot. This is because the ICT Museum has a lot of artifacts that the media students can relate to. For example, there is technology related to film. The first equipments that were used in film production to the equipments that are being used currently. So I'd urge anybody who is around school and can want to learn more about technology and also have a hands-on on the technological equipments, they should visit the ICT Museum.
The museum has also been a leader in e-waste management, spearheading the search for electronic waste management through corporate social responsibility activities, collecting and refurbishing old equipment for disposal to capture the rich technological heritage for research and learning purposes, museum library for research on e-waste management, partnerships with institutions like Kenya Industrial Research and Development Institute. We are building a rich ICT heritage to tell you about tomorrow.